Hey everyone, welcome to a live video. I am Bo from Lunchbox Dad, and I am here with my kids, Abigail and Zachary, and we are so excited to be on the Quarry Arctic Facebook page today doing a live video showing you how to make one of our favorite Halloween recipes, which is mummy hot dogs featuring Quarry Arctic salmon hot dogs, which are some of our favorite new things in the store right now. We are loving them with my family. So, make sure to ask questions all throughout this live video. We want to interact with you and engage with you. My wife is behind the camera. She's going to be telling me any questions that come in. We're going to try and answer them as we go along. But we want to know all about you, as well as show you our favorite mummy hot dog recipe for Halloween. But what I want to know first is, what are some of your family's favorite fall or Halloween traditions? And so go ahead and put those in the comments, and I would love to hear about those. All right, so this recipe is really easy to make. First of all, we're going to be using Quarry Arctic, original and cheese, but we have all the flavors here. They're so good. And so my kids here, Abigail and Zachary, what do you love about them? Do you love about this recipe or anything like that about the hot dogs?
I like having them in our lunches because I like salmon, I like hot dogs, and I think they're really good mixed together.
All right, so all mixed together. You love salmon, you love hot dogs. They go great mixed together. What about you, Abby?
I think they're also super duper delicious, and I love eating them in my lunch because they're like super easy to warm up and just eat.
All right, as a parent, I love not just the taste of it, but I love that they're sustainably crafted. They're gluten-free, non-GMO, and only one serving contains your whole daily recommended omega-3s. And in case you're wondering, you could buy these Quarry Arctic hot dogs right now at FultonFishMarket.com. That's where you can pick those up. These are going to be our main ingredients for our mummy dog recipe today. We have some already out on a plate here. My kids have washed their hands already. We're going to get going on this recipe, so make sure to put your questions in the comments as we go along. All right, everyone grab your hot dog. We have original, I believe, right here. And so we are going to go ahead and take the knives. Now remember, parents, always supervise your kids with a knife. Okay, so I'm here making sure that they're being safe. Really easy to cut right there. And so here we go. We're going to cut them into two because these hot dogs are so jumbo sized that we're going to make two mummies for each hot dog. So pretty fun. And so next what you're going to need are some just pre-made crescent rolls, or you could use pre-made pizza dough. Either way, we like to use crescent rolls. So I'm going to open up this tube right here. This is like these tubes. This goes along with being scared for Halloween. Because I don't know if any of you guys out there, like when you open up one of these, you never know when it's going to pop open. So it's like, oh, there we go. You even jumped right there.
You missed it. We missed it on camera, but she did.
Missed it. She jumped. All right, here we go. So we're going to unroll these crescent dough, this crescent pre-made dough right here. Really easy to get going here. And then I'm going to put that right there. One for Zachary. One for Abigail. You're going to just separate them into triangles. And my kids know how to do this part here. And then go ahead and put it on your cutting board. You're going to take your knife, put a triangle on your cutting board, take your knife, and you're going to cut these into strips. So this pre-made dough is what's going to make the mummy strips, like the cloth that hangs kind of off them and stuff. You can make the strips however wide you want, or your kids can. It doesn't really matter. The important part is to have fun with your kids in the kitchen with it. And so they're cutting off little pieces right here. And then you'll probably need, if you're using crescent dough, you'll probably need about 2 triangles for each mummy. You might need 3 total. So go ahead and start putting those on, Abigail and Zachary. I'm going to show them while you guys are doing it how this works. So I'm going to take your strip that you cut right here, Zachary. I'm going to come over here to the middle. And basically, you are just going to take the strip and wind it around like that. It's going to need a little hat too, kind of like a little top like mummies do. And so you could take kind of the smallest piece. The important part of this is to leave a spot for the face, and you'll see why later. So here you go right here. So that's the start of it. Zachary's getting going on it. I am going to cut this triangle for Zachary. So he has some more strips, and I'm going to work on this one right here too. And it's really easy to do. You just wind it around. You want to make sure that it's kind of messy. Not too messy, but a little bit messy. Kind of like mummies have those rags that just kind of hang off of them. That's what you're going for in this look here with you and your kids. Make sure to leave that spot. You can do whatever design you want for that. I'm going to put that down there. Zachary looks like he's almost done. And make sure, we want to know, like, hey, what's your favorite thing maybe about Halloween? Maybe your kids' favorite Halloween monsters. Or if you tried these salmon hot dogs from Quarry Arctic and what you love about them or what your family loves about them. All right, so we're continuing to cut strips there. I like how Abby has done different sizes. So they're like narrow and wider. You can't go wrong. There's no like real wrong way to do this. That's what the great thing. And if your kids like mess up, they like tear a strip in half or anything like that, it's really easy just to put it, take it off and wind it back around again. All right, Zachary, you think you're done with those right there?
Yes.
You're good? You feel good about it? All right, Abby's almost done. We have our oven in the back, which is what we're going to cook them in. So we just are taking a baking sheet. We're going to put them on here, just like that in the middle. And you can use like a non-stick cooking spray if you want, just to make sure it doesn't stick. Or not, it's up to you. All right, I'm gonna put Abby's on here, right here. Another thing that I love about this snack as we're getting going with it is that it's great for this time of year, not only because it's Halloween themed, but where we live, we're here in Oklahoma City, and it's kind of cold out right now. And so it's nice to have not only a fun snack, but a warm, hot snack as well. And this is, we're actually going to show you how to not just make a snack out of it, but how to make a meal out of it. So you can put as many of these mummy hot dogs on here as you want. We're just going with 4 right now. And so you're going to cook it in the oven, bake it in the oven at 375. And I should have said preheat your oven at 375 because you're going to want to do that at the beginning. So you're going to want to stick those in there. 375 for about 10 to 12 minutes. And when you know that you'll know that it's going to be done because it's all golden brown. It's nice, warm, and golden brown. We actually delicious. We just finished making some already, and so we want to take those out. So we're not going to sit here on the live video while it bakes for 10 to 12 minutes. Just know that when that dough is golden brown on top, that's when it's time to take it out. So we're going to show you the ones that we just finished. And I'm going to get this hot pad right here.
Drum roll, drum roll. Woo!
All right, let's go ahead and move these out of the way right now because we're not going to need them. Go ahead, you can put them on the counter, on the sink. We have some clean plates here. And if you want to take a look, this is what it looks like, perfectly done out of the oven. So really super simple to do. So we're going to take some of these. Put 2 on each plate, and this is where your kids can have fun with some decorating. We're going to show you exactly how to do this. Because we want to finish these mummy hot dogs.
Are you ready, Abby?
We need some mustard.
Okay, hold on. Let's tell them what we're doing here. So first, before we put a mustard on, now here's the thing. This is where your kids' taste can come in because you're going to want some fun dipping sauces. Now, your kids might like mustard, they might like ketchup, they might like some other sort of sauce. You can't go wrong. Whatever sauce they want, just let them go with it. And so we are going to start off with cheese. So each of my kids are going to get a piece of cheese here. And these are going to be the eyes of the mummy.
What kind of cheese are you using?
We're just using white cheese. You can use really whatever cheese you want. This is provolone. And what they're doing here is they're already ready to go with it. They're using frosting tips right here to make perfect circles. So that's a tip right there. You could use straw. If you have some straws in your house, if you want to, that'll work. This just makes it easier than just cutting out circles with a knife. Although you can do that as well. But if you have frosting tips in your house that are round, those will work perfect. So you want to here, I'll show them. This is what it looks like. And now what we're going to do is, for our particular mummies, we're going to use mustard. And so
Can't go wrong with mustard.
Our kids like mustard.
Yes, and so what we're going to do here, and maybe you can get right in here, Linnea, if they can't see. And remember, put any questions that you have in the comments. We would love to answer some questions. Abby is putting some mustard on there. And then, show them what you're gonna do next, Abby.
Just put the
So we're actually using the mustard to glue on the cheese eyes. Now, if your kids don't like cheese, for whatever reason, that's okay. You can just use a little dip, a little dot of mustard or ketchup for the eyes and just leave the cheese out. We love cheese, so we're going for it. And then, to finish it off, Abby is doing a little dot on top to finish off those eyes. Now here's the thing, if your kids are perfectionists and they're like, oh, I messed up, I put too much ketchup on, just take a little paper towel or something like that and wipe it off, try again. Okay, so we're getting close to the end here. So Zachary and Abby both did really good. Let's get some close-up shots of how these mummies are looking. We're not quite done yet. Look. And so hopefully you can see just how fun and easy these are to make alongside your kids. Now, here's how we're gonna finish this off. We need some dipping sauce. We already have some ketchup right here. And so if your kids are like mine, they love dipping hot dogs. And so we have the pre-made bun on already with the mummy rags. And so what you can do now, they could just take these hot dogs and they could dip it in just like that. Now, like we said, you could use whatever dipping sauce you want. Here's some mustard.
Abigail likes her mustard.
She does, she does. She always makes sure that I have mustard in her lunch. Now, here's what we want to do to make this a meal. This is a great snack as it is right now, but to make it a meal, we want to get some Halloween colored fruit. And so right now, we have orange slices and blackberries. So I'm going to have my kids just arrange some orange slices and blackberries right here on the plate, however they want to do it. Orange and black, of course, are Halloween colors. If you don't have oranges or blackberries fresh available where you are, that's okay. Just find some other orange or black fresh fruit, or you can use dried fruit. I suggest dried mango and raisins, or you could use dried blueberries, something along those lines. My kids love dried fruit as well as fresh fruit. So they're just having fun getting creative there on their plates. This is going to be our lunch today, for sure, since it's lunchtime where we're at. So they're just having fun arranging that fruit on there to go along with their mummies. So, make sure, put any other comments that you might have below.
Jill said she had no idea there were salmon hot dogs.
Yeah, I know.
Neither did we,
Neither
but
did
we
we.
are eating them all the time now.
Yeah, we cannot get enough of these salmon hot dogs. It's so funny, my youngest son, he's not in this video. The first time we gave him one of these Korea Arctic hot dogs, we gave him the original recipe. It was either original or original and cheese. And he does not necessarily prefer salmon, but then when he had this Korea Arctic hot dog, he was just eating it, and he's like, wait a minute, is this what salmon tastes like? And then he proceeded to eat the entire thing. So he's 6, he loves them, and so these salmon hot dogs are like our new favorite type of hot dogs. They're so good. All right,
Wow,
so Zachary's going crazy there. Lots of.
Are you going to eat all that? Okay, we're going to hold it to you.
All right, so let's put these up here next to the hot dogs. And so there's, remember, FultonFishMarket.com is where you can get the Korea Arctic hot dogs. I believe right now they have original and cheese, and then coming out soon. It might be out already, I'm not sure, but we're also enjoying, especially me, I like spicy stuff. I like the jalapeno and cheese and the chili and cheese, but you could for sure get the original and cheese and original recipe. So make sure to get those from FultonFishMarket.com. Your kids will love them. You will love them. Even if you don't like hot dogs, but you love salmon, this is going to be a great option for you. So make sure to have a fun and safe Halloween. Let me know in the comments if you make these with your family and how they like them. And we hope to see you next time right here on the Korea Arctic Facebook page for another Facebook Live, or you can go over to my Facebook page at Lunchbox Dad. My blog is lunchboxdad.com. I'm at LunchboxDad on all my social media channels. I've been doing some other recipes for Korea Arctic, so you might want to check those out. We've been having just a ton of fun with all of this salmon stuff, and we'll see you next time.